Welcome to Aromatic Chat, the podcast that introduces you to registered, clinical, and certified aromatherapists around the world. Every other week, my beautiful sister sits down with a different aromatherapist to learn about their aromatic journey and how they use aromatherapy in their lives and their business. Aromatic Chat is produced by Lemon Balm Coaching, and my sister, Melissa, is your host. She's a master transformational coach and a registered aromatherapist, and probably the coolest girl I know.
Hey friends, welcome to an aromatic update. These mini episodes will only be about 10 to 15 minutes long, and I'll be chatting with past guests who have some new and exciting things going on in their aromatic world. I can't wait to hear what's been happening in Marie Olson's world since her episode number 17 aired back in April of 2021. So let's jump right in. Marie, thank you so much for coming back onto Aromatic Chat for this aromatic update. I appreciate you so much.
Oh, thanks for having me. It's been so exciting reconnecting because so much has changed since last time we chatted.
Yeah, the last time that we chatted, the podcast aired in April of 21, and it was episode number 17. And I know you've been doing a lot since then because, when we first chatted, you were still living on Guam, and I know you've moved a couple of times since then. But what has been going on in your aromatic world?
Well, since Guam, we moved to Delaware, and now we're in Arizona. And so I transitioned from being the NAHA regional director for Guam and Hawaii to being one of the directors in the Northeast district to now being one of the directors in Arizona, because Arizona is a very large state. So there's a northern region and a southern region. So I get to do that, which is awesome. And I have transitioned to doing more virtual classes because I haven't really been getting the in-person classes back up and running. So I was teaching classes in Delaware through the Arts and Crafts Center at Dover Air Force Base. And I was hoping to do that here at Davis-Monthan Air Force Base, but they don't do in-person classes at the Arts and Crafts Center. So I've been sending out the feelers to get some in-person classes going out in the local community. But in the interim, I've been doing virtual classes and they're super fun. So one of the things that I've been doing with my business is trying to focus on short classes that provide some good little snippets of information that people can incorporate easily into their lives. So my classes are usually only 15 to 20 minutes. And I've been getting really good feedback on them because people are like, oh yeah, I can't sit through an hour-long class. I don't want to come to a week-long class, but everyone has time for 15 minutes, especially when they can watch the replay. So that's been actually really fun. And I've really enjoyed coming up with new themes and topics for that.
So what are some of the themes and topics that you've been teaching?
So the one that I have been teaching, so this month, it depends on who wants to do the class, but this month for a couple of my hosts, I did a clean beauty class. I've done a safer makeup class, clean skincare class. Next month, just for like a fun take. So I don't know if it's just in the military community or if it's everywhere that kind of does No Shave November. But
It's worldwide. It is
yes.
Worldwide.
Okay, good. I was like, maybe I'm like out of touch with this, but I thought about doing a fun spin on that. Instead of No Shave November, make it no, like KNOW, No Shave November, and talk about the benefits of exfoliation and then making sure that you're shaving effectively and making sure that you're moisturizing well and when the best time to do that is and why that's important for skin health. So that's kind of what my fun theme is on tap for November.
That is so awesome. So I love that you've taken your aromatherapy education and your, it wasn't naturopathy, but what was your other?
Oh, no, I'm a functional nutritional therapy practitioner.
Right. That's what it was. So, but I love that you've taken all of that information, but you've really funneled it into caring for the number one biggest organ in our bodies. I love this. And the last time we talked, you were a lemongrass spa consultant. Can you tell us a little bit more about what you're doing with lemongrass spa?
So that's actually what I'm primarily focusing on, are these small classes for lemongrass spa. And so I can educate people about ingredients in their skincare and their bath and body products, and why ingredients matter and what to look for when you're looking for ingredients. And one of the reasons I partnered with Lemongrass Spa in particular is because both my daughter and I have a wheat sensitivity, and all of the products with Lemongrass Spa are gluten-free. And of course, they're all cruelty-free. Everything's made in the United States. And so I just love that they share that same product philosophy that I shared with my clients when I was making bespoke blends. And so bringing that to the masses has just been a great blessing. And I just really love that I can do these fun themes and not have to worry about making all the products to make the class happen.
Right. Yes. Because that is one of the things that takes up so much of an aromatherapist's time, is actually researching and then creating the products. You know, we might meet with a client for 20 minutes or an hour, but then spend 2 or 3 hours making sure that what we're creating for them is going to be safe for them. But Lemongrass Spa has taken out that part of the equation for you, making it possible for you to just show up, talk about skincare, the number one organ in our biggest organ in our body, and give them the products that they need. That's fabulous. Can you tell us what's your favorite Lemongrass Spa product?
Oh man, that's such a hard question. I have so many favorites. I have like favorites in different categories.
Oh, okay.
But I'm a huge fan of the skincare just in general. I personally, right now, I'm loving the cleansing milk because it's just so soothing, and I love all the beneficial ingredients that it contains. And I really feel like I've noticed a difference in my skin since using it. I was using the botanical gel before, and I think that the cleansing gel is a better fit for me at this age and stage in my life, where I'm transitioning from like my combination skin to my skin's a little bit drier. And of course, part of that is because we now live in Arizona. And so I think that environment plays a huge part in skincare. And so I love to make those recommendations for people so that they can tweak their skincare routine to what works best for them at where they are now in their life. Because something that worked in your 20s is likely not going to be the same in your 30s, your 40s, 50s, and beyond. So I like being able to make those custom recommendations to people.
That's beautiful. And how can people contact you if they're interested in Lemongrass Spa?
So I actually have a couple of different routes that you can contact me. So I'm on Instagram under my business name, That Simple Clean Life. So it's Instagram/That Simple Clean Life. You can find me on Facebook as Marie Olson, or search for That Simple Clean Life, and you can find me that way as well. And of course, you can always reach out to me by text or phone as well.
Fabulous. Anything else you'd like to tell us about what's going on since our last episode?
Oh man, well, I have a high schooler and a middle schooler now.
Oh gosh, I will pray for you. No, you'll survive. You'll survive, and they will thrive. I have no doubt.
Yes, and that's one of the reasons I've loved that we've maintained our relationship, because I know I'm going to be leaning on you more as my kids get older.
It's difficult, it is difficult raising kids. But I always feel like as long as you are real with them and honest with them and giving them the power to make decisions, but in a safe container, I don't know, it creates an openness and an opportunity for relationship later, which is the beautiful part. Because honestly, and I'm sure anybody out there who has adult children can attest to this, the relationship you have with them as adults is just really, really cool. I mean, we do so much work when they're young and it pays off when they're adults. So
yeah, I'm sure awesome. It does.
Awesome. Do you have any final words that you want to leave everybody with?
Oh man, I just think that it's so important. So speaking as an aromatherapist, I think that self-care is so important, and making sure that you're prioritizing yourself every day, even if it's just taking a few minutes to do some deep breathing, maybe have a diffuser going with some of your favorite oils, and just making sure that you're centering yourself and taking time to connect with what you need and be present. I feel like so many people are disconnected with what's happening at that moment. they're maybe watching TV and on their phone and checking their texts and all the things all at the same time, and just taking time to do one thing at a time and give it your full attention and make sure that you're being present in the moment is so huge. And it's just such a simple step that everyone can integrate into their life beautifully, I think, if they give themselves a chance.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Marie, for coming on and giving us an aromatic update. So much. I appreciate you.
Oh, well, thank you again for having me. It was so fun to be back.